Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and we're going to look at game number 11 in our 20 from the Intellivision series. This is another sports game, but this is not one of the newer ones created by the INTV Corp. No, this one is Mattel Electronics, released in 1980 by Mattel and Richard S. Levine and Mike Minkoff, and this is PBA bowling. This was really impressive for 1980. You have a side view of the bowler and a side view of at least part of the lane, and above you will see the back part of the lane with the pins, and eventually after you roll the ball you will see it close up hitting the pins, and there's the keypad controls. It's kind of hard to get used to. The buttons 1 through 9 will determine the weight of your ball that you select, 8 pounds to 16 pounds. The side buttons, top and bottom, move your bowler, and the top right button controls your loft, and the bottom right action button is your aim. And to start with, you get to select your game, and you can select regular bowling, or you can select pick up spares. And that's where you just pick up spares. But we're going to play regular bowling, and you can play up to 4 players, but you have to alternate turns. And you can determine the slickness from 0 to 10, and I'm going to go with 0. And you can determine your ball weight, again, from 8 pounds to 16 pounds. And I'll go with, I think 12 pounds is what I ended up going with. Yep. And the bowler hand, you can choose to be left or right-handed. I'm right-handed, so I'll go with right-handed. And those are the 8 and 9 buttons. 8 for left, right for 9. And we'll get started. Now, to begin with, you use the dial and you press left to take the ball off of the return. And you can put hook on your ball. And there, I got a strike. Now, this is really hard to get used to, the controls in this one. To move your bowler up and down, you press the upper left or bottom left buttons, the action buttons, and you move them up or down. And when you press when you hold down, I believe it's the loft button. Ooh, got a double. When you hold down, I believe, the loft button, then a little white spotlight will sweep across the lane. And that will determine, when you let go of the loft button, that'll determine where the ball will start rolling. And as the ball, or as the bowler, didn't get a turkey, as the bowler moves forward to get ready to release the ball, you can move, or you can press the move bowler buttons, top or bottom, or actually no, you press the dial. You can press it left or right, and that will determine the curve. And you can press it multiple times to add extra curve, and you will get the most curve if you do it just before he releases the ball. And you can press the button, like I said, multiple times to increase the curve. Now, the best way, I think, to try to get a strike is maybe move just a little bit up, and then when you hold down the loft button, dang it, when you hold down the loft button and you make the little spotlight sweep across, let go as it's like over the second to last, I think, dot going to the right, like right there. And then you'll want to hit the left or right to make a curve to the left or right. And like I said, you can do it multiple times, and to get the most curve, you'll want to do it just before he releases. Now, something that's really stupid about this game is that if you don't put any curve on the ball yourself, the computer will randomly select some curve. That's really dumb. I do not like that at all. The computer might give you no curve, or it might give you a little extra curve. That sucks. With that being said, it can be hard to get spares. Now, instead of relying on the computer to maybe or maybe not give you curve, it's best just to maybe give yourself just a touch curve, maybe. Just like maybe press the direction once early on. Oh, shoot. I almost didn't get the strike. It might be best to press the button just once, or the dial just once, really early on in your swing. If you get 200 or more, you will, I guess, hear some sort of fanfare or some sort of sound effect. Oh, nice. I don't think there's a special fanfare for getting a perfect game of 300. But for those who don't know how to keep score in bowling, a strike is 10 points plus all the pins on your next 2 balls rolled. A spare is 10 points plus the total of the next ball. And a spare is when you get all the pins within 2 balls in one frame. And a strike is, knocking down all the pins with just 1 ball. But yeah, trying to get the ball in between the front pin and the 3 pin is, or if you're left-handed, between the 1 and the 2 pin, is the best way to try to get a strike. You just want to hit it right in that sweet spot there. And you'll want to give yourself a little bit of curve, at least. I kind of knew that wasn't going to be a strike. Oh well. But yeah, if you swear you're putting it in the right place, but the ball is not curving the way you'd like it to, go back and adjust the slickness for the lane, or change the weight of your ball. And that sound effect, I believe, indicates that I got 200 points. But yeah, if you get a spare in the 10th frame, then you get 1 more ball. Get all the pins. Oh well. Well, I got 230. That's easily the best I've ever done on this game. I haven't played it a whole lot. It takes a long time to get used to. Like I said, move your bowler up and down with the left side buttons. We'll play the spares game in just a moment here. You pick up the ball from the ball return by pressing the dial, and then you move him with the left action buttons, and the top right action button is loft, and the bottom right action button is aim. And with loft, I believe you make the spotlight go across the lane, and then you let go when it's at the spot where you want to roll the ball. And as your guy does the wind-up, you can press the dial to initiate curve, left or right. And the more you press it, the more curve you're going to get. And the later you press it, just before he lets go, the more curve you're going to get. But yeah, if the ball isn't... Ooh, this might be good. Yeah, the computer just sets up various pickups for you to make. And you have 2 opportunities to do so. And depending on the formation is how much points you're going to get, I believe. That's how the scoring goes. But you're not going to score much on the spares. This is just for practice. But yeah, if you're playing and you don't feel like, oh nice, and you don't feel like you feel like you're putting it in the right place, but the ball's not getting enough spin, or it's getting too much spin or something, adjust the slickness of the lane, or adjust the weight of your ball. Just change things around until you find what works for you. But I tend to like to use the I tend to like to use the curve from the ball being bowled on the far right side of the lane and making it pull way back. But just find out what works for you. I never played this back in the day, but boy, it's pretty impressive for 1980. It just takes a long time to get used to the controls and how to adjust it so things work for you, so you can consistently get strikes and spares. Well, that was PBA Bowling by Mattel in 1980, and Richard S. Levine and Mike Minkoff. Game number 11 in our 20 from the Intellivision series. Well, I thank you for watching PBA Bowling, game number 11 in our 20 from the Intellivision series. See you soon with game number 10. Y'all have a good one, everybody, and I will see you later. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.